Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you back to Xenoblade Chronicles. Today, with our newly acquired Dunban in tow, we're going to be heading into a brand new area, Satorl Marsh, and all in all having a fantastic time. Now, before we get into things, I just want to point out that Shulk has yet another new Minato skin that I made via myself in Photoshop, and we're not going to find this in the retexture pack. And, you know, I feel like it turned out pretty cool. It's got like a bright pink, purplish kind of color with blue highlights, which I feel like will be pretty fitting for this upcoming area. So immediately, if we go up this path, we have this option to go see a little bit of Colony 6 right now, but most of it is still blocked off to us, so we're gonna hold off for now. What I do want to do real quick though, is fill out our Collectopedia. We have gotten all the collectibles for both Colony 6 and Aether Mine. So let's do it. And actually, okay, while I'm filling this in, there is something I want to address. Back when I made part 0, I promised that I was going to be making complimentary collectibles and side quest videos, and the thing about them is that at least for the side quests, they won't be coming out until I complete all of the side quests for like one particular area. So like once we do all the side quests for Colony 9, then the side quest video for that will come out. And so as such, we haven't actually completed any areas, and that's why those videos haven't come out. We have completed collectibles though, and it's just been a case of me being lazy, and I apologize. They are coming very soon though. And with that, hey, we got a Rayon Pike, and I can't remember the name of the armor piece, but I know for a fact it's like a heavy armor piece. But while we're doing equipment stuff, I'm gonna point out Dunban's stats. As you can see, he has very, very high agility, which is incredible. Agility, arguably one of the best stats in the game. His equipment, his general's gear is also like basically the best stuff we can find right now. We don't really have much that outclasses it. So what else is really cool though? This sword, this anti-Mechon glaive is incredible because, as the name would probably suggest, you don't actually need Shulk to enchant you in order to deal damage to Mechon. Now, fortunately, in this upcoming area, we're not gonna be fighting a whole lot of Mechon, but still, it's so cool. It just makes Dunban even bueno. Okay. So I just want to point out real quick, I actually decided to give him the infantry boots for that quick step 10%. Oh, I should probably mention too, quick step, basically what it does is it increases your movement speed. So this quick step will increase our movement speed by 10%. It is arguably one of the most important gems you can have on your person. And so if you find infantry boots, or if you buy them from, I think the Bionis leg merchants, then you can do that. One thing that I do want to know as well, I did go ahead and rearrange Dunban's arts. We're going to be getting more like in-depth looks at each of them once we actually do some combat, but yeah, just want to note that I organized them. We also have Dunban's skill tree. He's wise, he's brave, and he's prudent, whatever that means, because Lord knows I don't got a vocabulary, man. That is faux show. But yeah, wisdom basically has a bunch of different like agility and evasion type perks, really cool stuff. Bravery, essentially, I feel like helps Dunban with his like aggro generation and being a tank, and Prudence, I guess Prudence kind of helps with being a tank too, more so like on the HP and defense side of things. So, honestly, all three of them have some really cool stuff, but I'm gonna go with Prudence, because first off, that Black Right is incredible, but the skill that goes along with it, I'm 1 point away. I am 1 point away for Shulk and Ryan. That is, ooh. I'm a salty Sue. Luckily, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a location discovered up ahead that should give us some SP, at least fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure locations give SP. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see, but one thing I guess I should say too is that right now, obviously it's a thunderstorm, and by default, every single time you come out of Aether Mine and you do the whole cutscene with Metalface and Dunban, it will always be nighttime and thunderstorming. This is actually really important because, as you can see right now, it's daytime for a reason. First, hey, 42 SP. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead. Yeah, boys. Okay, so what do I even have? More HP. Okay, when restoring members. Ooh, I like that. More XP from quests. Let's just stick with integrity, man. I'm fine with that. Okay, and that's not the greatest perk, but whatever. Oh, and increases attack power weapon. Although to be fair, I've been dying a lot, so maybe I should. I'm gonna go with the weapon attack power, purely because I feel like having that as a skill to transfer to other people, namely like Shulk, can probably be super useful. Also gonna go ahead, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, I keep fast forwarding through my skill links, but what do we say we just kind of see the process a little bit, you know? I don't think I've actually shown this at normal speed yet. I would, dang it. I'd love to link Shulk the ability to wear heavy armor. Yeah. We're not gonna be wearing any right now. Obviously, I already changed the character's looks between episodes, but having that option available will open up so much more. And oh my God, the heavy armor in this game is amazing in all the wrong reasons. It's just like so bulky and over the top and like anime AF. I'm really excited to showcase some of the heavy armor sets. I mean, Ryan's wearing one right now and he's like half mech on, so. I mean, we have 32 affinity coins. That's so many coins, man. So many cards. Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything else to use them on. Yeah, Dunban doesn't have any. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that, but essentially, why it's daytime right now? Satorl Marsh arguably is, honestly guys, like the ugliest area in the game. And I want to kind of showcase just how I experienced this area the first time I played through, which happened to be daytime when I first finally got here after messing around with like Colony 6 and that whole surrounding area. I think I went back to Colony 9 and crafted gems and stuff. So yeah, welcome to Satorl Marsh. I'll go ahead and shut up. We got a cutscene coming up ahead. But yeah, I'm really excited to show off how I experienced this place, so.
I've never seen anywhere like this.
You see? This is why I've been saying you need to get out of the lab every now and then. We're aiming to get inside the Bionis. We can get to the upper regions from there.
Wow. I've never thought about going inside the Bionis.
The closer we get to the top, the more monster trouble we're gonna run into. The only things that venture this far in are the Nopon merchants and curious types like me.
You really know all the fun spots, eh, Dixon?
You want to get to the top? Then this is the only way.
We'll push on, no matter what.
That's the spirit, Shulk.
So yeah, welcome to Satorl Marsh, the official swampy marshy area in the game, as the name would imply. I really love these like crystal rock-like formations that are coming out of the top. In general, even though this place is super bleak and bland looking, the design, I feel, is still pretty cool. As you can see, the place is like super humid. So humid, in fact, that these aqua nebula, these nebula that normally only show up when it's like raining, are just perpetually hanging out because, you know, just this perpetual ether fog slowly drifting out of the ground. It's just like oversaturated with ether, which honestly is super cool. The effect itself, I think looks really cool. You can kind of, if you look closely, kind of see it change from a bunch of like greens to blues and purples, but you know, it's a very, very subtle effect, very transparent. Just, I feel like it's a really cool effect. But again, ugliest area in the game, by far. Now I like to take the side path because, yeah boy, you got two collectibles just hanging out, chilling out, having a good old time. Blue Gear Shard and Popper's Cup. Hey, it's a good old doggo cup right there. Good old pop. Oh, hold on. Those guys are assholes. Those are Coppice Quadwings, if I'm not mistaken. They have a stupidly high field of view, and they will easily aggro onto you, especially because we're actually within the level range. So, yeah, we'll just take the easy way out.
Everyone, look. It's a group of Nopon.
Ah, some Nopon merchants.
What do you think they're up to?
They must be here for a reason. Let's go and ask them.
Good idea.
Gotta hand to those Nopon, man. I mean, you don't see any Homs over here, but you know, Nopon, they're just chilling out. They claim this place as their own. They don't take no environment for an answer. Hi, Bokoko. I love your name and also your quest that is going along with you. We do have some quest covers, but more importantly, we have, wait for it, guys, a merchant that is actually useful. I know, crazy talk, am I right? Let's look at this guy's stuff. So, I mean, not all of it's really useful. Actually, there's only one item specifically that I feel like is actually going to be worth noting. As you can see, all the other stuff basically outclassed by Dunban stuff, basically. But actual web sounds, that seems kind of cool. The Tour de Grace, the Pine headgear. This has terrain defense to reduce damage taken from environment by 20%. There are a few areas where this can actually be useful, so I'm actually gonna pick one up. I know, crazy. It's not gonna make a huge difference, but you know, I can actually recommend picking one up if you have the spare cash for it. So anyway, we have a very important NPC, you may say, but ArchTalko, he's just a filthy unnamed NPC, to which I would say you're correct. However, this guy kind of trolled me hard the first time I played through. This place covered in fog all year long. It's best not to move around at nighttime. This line right here, and actually the, I think, following one. Many bad things happen at night. When I first got here, because I was messing around in the previous area for long enough that it turned into daytime, when I got here and I heard this guy's talk, I figured, well, all the previous areas in the game, I definitely enjoyed their daytime themes and daytime atmospheres way more than nighttime. And if this guy's telling me that like bad things happen at night and that like really, really powerful, crazy strong monsters appear all over the place at nighttime, well, gosh dang it, man, I just need to keep resetting it to daytime without turning it to nighttime. Which is exactly what I did for maybe the first 15-20 minutes that I was here in Satorl Marsh. For all of you who have played this game, you know how detrimental that is. But yeah, this whole mentality was fueled not only just by the timing of me coming to the area, but this guy right here. So I have mixed feelings about that filthy not-named NPC. But also we have Bokoko here. He's going to be just a standard quest giver, and the reason why I'm taking this now is because we don't have a whole lot of reason to backtrack and come back to talk to these guys. So I figure while we're here, might as well hear what's going on. He has a friend, Scholar, who's trapped in some ruins. The Ignis take Katja for information. They know we'll eat Katja straight away, but Bokoko's still worried. Ignis took Katja to Exile Fortress. Now, this quest is so cool. It is honestly one of my favorite Satorl Marsh quests. And I feel like everything that pops up, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is my favorite so-and-so. This is my favorite that. This is my favorite this. It's true though, I love this quest so much. We're not gonna be doing it today. This is not gonna be a side quest video. It's probably gonna be 2, maybe 3 episodes further down. But when we do it, man, oh, it is so fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, there we go. With that, we took on the quests. So what do you guys say we get this ball rolling? Let's explore Satorl Marsh. First up, we see that cave up there. So I feel like that'll be a good place to start. Oh, and an item orb. Oh, was not expecting that. So this is a wool rock. 3 of them would be warm indeed. Oh, I know a quest. Okay, this is actually gonna be for a quest that's coming up pretty rude. Compass Quadwing, you are exactly what I was talking about. But hey, giving us an opportunity to talk about Dunban, so let's take it. First off, we have Gale Slash. This is Dunban's bread and butter. It inflicts bleed. It is a fantastic art, deals a ton of damage, but even more importantly, is basically acts as a starter art. Dunban kind of acts as like a sort of combo character. So in this case, if you use Gale Slash and then follow it up with Worldly Slash, not only will Worldly Slash inflict defense down, also strength down. Yeah, piece of cake, man. So, really, game? Really? Okay, no, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just stay along with it. It's okay. I'm not salty at all. Oh boy. I don't know what that was. So yeah, Worldly Slash, fantastic art. That strength down debuff can be super useful, especially during those tougher fights with unique monsters or boss fights, etc. Really great art. Let's see if we can get into another fight. I think we should. Yeah, so Satorl Vangs. They're not part of a side quest, but that okay, man. We're not gonna put slaughtering the wildlife past us, man. We got some explaining to do. So, Gale Slash also leads into Electric Gutbuster, which is Dunban's break art with the foot. He literally just kicks a bat in the face. Like, if that's not completely Banffy, I don't know what is. It won't inflict break unless you use Gale Slash. So, and a lot of monsters do end up resisting break, but it's still pretty cool because it can follow up into allowing Dunban to self-inflict topple, which if that's not like reason enough that he's incredibly powerful, like I don't know what is. So already some great stuff, right guys? Well, there is another reason why I came to this cave. As I don't want to give it away just yet for any of you who haven't played this game yet, but basically what happened was after exploring this area for like roughly 20 minutes in daytime, after continually resetting it today, I came into this cave. I fought those vangs, and I wasn't as high leveled as here, so it ended up taking me longer. By the time I finished and came out of the cave, it was almost nighttime, like how it is right now. As I was saying, I'll stand by the fact that Satorl Marsh is the ugliest area in the game, and yet at the same time, it's also by far the most beautiful area in the game. Let's take a look at just what I mean, and let it do the talking for me. I'm sure we all have those gaming memories that we just wish we could permanently remove from our memory so that we could just continually experience that feeling over and over again. And for me, coming out of that cave, being greeted by this, the music, the atmosphere, I mean, blue's my favorite color, so of course that helps a ton. Just everything about that moment was so overwhelming. I actually started crying. I'm a wuss. I'm a marshmallow. It doesn't take much to get me crying, but this is definitely one of those moments. And this is definitely one of my absolute favorite experiences from any video game. Again, I wish so much that I could remove that memory and then re-experience it over and over again, because those kind of moments are just so incredible when they happen, you know? So comment down below if you've ever had that sort of like that goosebumps giving, jaw-dropping moment in a game that just had you like stunned, unable to do anything because you were just so wowed in the moment, you know? Comment down below, let me know. I would love to hear your guys' experiences. On a totally unrelated note, I want to apologize. I'm not ultra familiar with Satorl Marsh. I know a few cool little like routes and alternate ways to traverse this area, but I by no means know this area as well as like Bionis Lake or Colony 9 or Ether Mine or whatever. Oh hey, Dark Swamp. So I do apologize. I'm probably gonna be a little more aimless going about here, but I'm gonna do my best to try to have a solid route. But as you can see there, oh, I got the burps. Oh God, sorry. Burping. As you saw there, we were doing 138 through the environment. Now, if we equip the pine headgear that we bought earlier from that merchant, let's see, 138 before, and 110 now. Not the rude. I mean, I realize I slaughtered like 3 of her brothers back in the cave, but I mean that's bygones be bygones, man. What's the deal, yo? What's the sniggity snatch? You batch? I don't know what I'm saying. It's not the biggest difference, but you know, it's saving us like what, 28 damage per tick, which if you're caught in the fight like this, it might help a little bit. Man, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm sort of regretting it. Probably doesn't make a huge difference. You can probably go with that with buying the pine headgear, but oh, that's a red enemy. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh, that. And I'm all the way back here. Well, on the positive note, when I came back here, I realized I missed out on a unique monster. What say you and I go ahead and take on these fighter ignas like the that they are, because I am just a little bit salty. I have an overdose of my daily intake of sodium chloride. Ha 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 ha! Sorry, I'm overacting. What do you guys say we talk about more Dunban fun shenanigans? So, I guess it should be worth noting that essentially the type of character that Dunban is a tank, kind of like Ryan, but also sort of the complete opposite. While Ryan is built to be very bulky, very like HP and defense oriented, Dunban is very agility and offense oriented. He doesn't have a whole lot of like special arts with passive abilities that generate temporary aggro like Ryan does. Instead, he relies almost exclusively on just doing a lot of damage to generate his aggro, along with like a few arts like Blinding Blossom that can absorb another party member's aggro. Those arts are few and far between though. And as you can see, oh crap, what do we have? Oh no. Hey! Is it? Oh, well, okay, it flicks topple, not daze, but I feel like having that, oh no, don't do that on Dead Man. Go back to Ryan, man. Are you, okay, good. Shield Bash user against Shield Bash user, but yeah, essentially, a lot of people feel like once you get Dunban, Ryan is kind of obsolete because, you know, it's always better to avoid damage than it is to tank it. And essentially, why agility is one of the best stats in the game is because it determines how good you are at evading attacks and also your accuracy for hitting attacks. So the higher agility you have, the higher chances you have of evading attacks. And a lot of people argue, and I think pretty reasonably, that, you know, just straight up not taking damage is always going to be better than taking damage but having better defenses and more HP to sort of deal with it, but not really. The thing about Xenoblade Chronicles, though, is that I truly feel that every character has use, and Ryan especially later in the game when he gets even greater like offensive arts, he is a fantastic character to have in your party. Like, I honestly feel that. I feel like early on, Dunban's a great character, but as a tank, he's not good. Your agility's gonna be high, but it's not gonna be high enough to be able to reliably dodge your enemy's attacks. And because of this, if you do get the aggro for Dunban, chances are you're still gonna be taking a lot of damage. And as you can see, Dunban has barely more HP than Schultz, so he really cannot take those hits quite as well as Ryan can. So for that reason, I feel like early on, Ryan is by far the better tank. And even, no, crap. I love how I said Ryan is the better tank as he died. Right as I said that. Thank you, Ryan. Great timing. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Ugh. But even later on in the game, Ryan is a fantastic offensive character and honestly a great staple for any top blocking team. And also, these three in general, fantastic team if you want to get into top blocking. Yeah, piece of cake. Actually, that could have gotten a lot worse. My practice run, I actually died to that guy twice. So, don't know why, because in all honesty, like, it's really not that difficult of a fight, but hey, who knows, maybe I just messed up using the speed Minotaur like I did that previous time with the freaking Crabble. Oh my god, that was a nightmare. That was an actual nightmare. I'm sorry you guys had to witness that. Oh, so overall though, Dunban is fantastic. He's so fun to play as, and oh man, it's gonna all gross out. Ew. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna stand for this, man. It is that first, what, 3-4 minutes that I was walking around Satorl Marsh in the daytime was actually fundamentally killing me inside. If you're in Satorl Marsh, you are required to go through at nighttime. Like, there is no other alternative. I'll have you know. Thank you very much, and good night. So, one thing that's really cool about this place, as you can see, we've gone through a few of these different little side winding paths around pillars and stuff. Basically guaranteed every time that you'll find a little item ore, but win for your pleasure. Oh god, Dark Swamp. Okay, not gonna repeat the same mistake as last time. We are not going through that shit. We are going around it like the same people that we should probably be, but are not. if this Let's Play is showing anything. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought Dunban leveled up his skill from that. Man, I mean, he's close, I think, but oh, hey, I actually forgot about this, but you know what? This is actually gonna be a great route. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about too. First off, we get to do the doobly-doo, and it's always great, but you'll notice that Dunban is a BAMF to end all BAMFs because he's climbing with one arm, man. Like, it's bad enough that these guys are climbing up this, like, really flimsy wall of vines, but Dunban's doing it with one arm. Like, major props to him. And honestly, major props to Dunban as a character, like, in general. Just the fact that, like, he was not destined to use the Minato. Like, the Minato was basically always rejecting him, but just through his sheer willpower alone, he was... Oh, hey. Yeah, okay. Why this route is so cool is because we get the rear door key, which we're going to be using that for that quest, for that Knock-On back in the Knock-On camp with the Exile Fortress, bada boom, bada bing, got a thing. 5 lemon stone should be enough. Hey, I know what this quest for. It's also going to be for a quest that's coming on later down on the line. Yeah, boy. Okay. Anyway, back to the point. The fact that Dunban, like, through the sheer willpower alone, like, sacrificed the use of his arm to use them. Okay, hold on, actually. Let me take care of these guys, and I promise I will finish this thought. I will not forget about it. All right, we came through. Let's press on, and on, and on. The fact that Dunban says that, and it mirrors Fiora, breaks my heart. They're siblings for a reason. Okay, anyway. Dunban willingly, like, sacrifices the use of such an important part of his body in order to use the Minato against its will, and just the fact that that, like, shows just how insane his determination and his, like, willingness to grit through pain and suffering to protect the ones he loves. Like, he's so anime in all the right reasons, and I love him so much. Dunban, best waifu, let's be real. Charla, you know, she's okay. Fiora, pretty cute, but Dunban, top tier waifu, actually confirmed. What am I talking about? I don't know. Let's go ahead and hop down here. We're getting very close to that objective. You see that stone pillar with the really cool glowy light on top? That is where we're headed. So yeah, we're actually making decent time, all things considered, with all these obstructions. But yeah, just, man, I just love Dunban so much. I mean, legit, I think Ryan is my favorite character, but Dunban is, he's so good too, guys. He's so good.
This lamp, it has a very strange glow.
It's a remnant of the High Entia. They've hidden themselves away in the upper reaches now. But at one time, they controlled this whole area.
Good for them.
It's the perfect place to get some shut-eye. The lamp will keep the monsters away. We'll be safe if we rest here.
The breeze feels so good. It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
You will pay for what you've done! You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora!
Do you wish to change it? The future?
Has it been that long?
Dixon.
14 years since I found you on that mountain. Seems like yesterday.
I owe it all to you. If you hadn't found me that day, I wouldn't be here now discovering the world.
Forgive me, Shulk. Sorry I couldn't save your folks.
Don't be.
Now I think about it, that was when I found the Monado as well. This might be crazy talk, but maybe you and the Monado are part of some higher plan.
I don't remember much at all. But I know that my mum and dad left me it. The Monado was their final gift to me. At least, that's how I used to think of it. That's why I want to discover its true power and help defeat the Mechon. But so far, I've just been creating piles of Mechon scrap.
So you don't just want to study it in a lab after all?
This sword... there must be some way.
Finally decided to join us, Shulk.
Sorry, guys. Didn't sleep a wink.
Right then. Time to move on. How far now?
We'll be there soon enough. The high Entia ruins are just ahead.
And as you can see, I mean, we've seen little snips and pieces of this, especially during the beginning of the game, when we saw them a lot more. But Shulk and Dixon, man. Like, Dixon absolutely is, like, such a pivotal father figure in Shulk's life. And the fact that, you know, Shulk can be feeling so down about everything that's happened, especially with Fiora, poor guy. And the fact that Dixon can kind of pick up on it and just cheer him up through just saying, like, hey, man, you know, I'm sorry about what happened with folks, but, like, I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad you're a part of my life. I'm growing. I'm proud of you. Just the perfect dad type things to say to Shulk when he's feeling down. Just, those two. Those two guys. So, up ahead, we have a branching path. We could go that way. It's like kind of the direct path. Or we could go this way. Let's go this way. The left path, I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit slower because we're going to be fighting against the river, the upstream. Although that might be wrong, I'm not completely sure, but this is definitely going to be more fascinating because as you can see, just like Bion's Lake, this place is total Gogol territory. And I think if I'm not mistaken, they're actually roughly the same level, if not maybe a little bit higher? I'm not completely sure. Luckily, they're not placed in positions where they'll actually really find you if you try to go through the area. Just if you want to go to like a few bonus places that, I mean, we have no use to go to anyway. But up ahead, there's a really cool statue that I think is definitely worth showing off. Also, hey, Catapaz, how's it going, little buddies? Place of Judgment. Now, just like the other stuff that we've kind of been alluding to, this is definitely high Entia made, and just the design of it, man, looks so cool. Gonna be using it a little bit later on in the game, I think. I'm actually, not actually sure when exactly that moment happens, but rest assured, I'm pretty sure we do something with it. I may be a fraud. I mean, Lord knows I've probably confirmed that at least 1,000 times over. But hey, I mean, I made it to the mock floodgate, so can you really mock my floodgate? Most likely. you saw it. Anyway, is it just me, or does that floodgate kind of remind me of the entryway to Colossus number 7 from Shadow of the Colossus? You guys know the one I'm talking about, because as we all know, Colossus number 7 is by far, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, the best Colossus in the game. So, I will punch you in the gabber if you disagree otherwise. What am I talking about? Dude.
The upper regions are through that entrance. You gotta go through Magna Forest first. Prison Island is at the Bionis head, just above Magna Forest.
It pains me to say it, but this is the point where I turn back. I must see to the survivors, and I'm also very concerned about Colony 9.
I understand. Thank you for everything.
I might have said a few things I shouldn't have back in the mine. Forgive me.
No, it's okay.
I owe you my life, young man. I'll never forget it, heir to the Monado. Medic, will you stay with them?
I want to help Shulk. The Mekon must pay for what they did. And I'm sure Gaddo is still alive somewhere. If he is, I have to find him.
Find him for me too. Good luck.
Shyla, I want to go with the Tharon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've never seen anything cooler than Shulk smashing Mekon with the Monado. But I'm just slowing you down.
No way, kid. You just need to shape up like me.
It's okay. I've made up my mind. Compared to you guys, I know I'm pretty useless. But that's cool. Because I know what I can do. I'm gonna go back to the colony and help the survivors rebuild their lives.
You'll do us proud, kid.
Good luck, Juju.
Thanks.
Shulk, Ryan, keep Shyla safe for me.
Dixon, are you leaving too?
The Mekon may be gone from Colony 6 now, but that doesn't mean we've seen the last of them. When they launch another attack, and they will, Colony 9's gonna need my help.
Yeah. I guess you're really needed at the colony.
This ain't the last you'll see of me. You should be all right for now. Look after the Monado.
You can bet on it. We won't let the colony down.
You'll make us proud, Shulk. You, on the other hand, need to buck up your ideas. How else are you gonna protect Shulk?
Thanks for the heads up, Dixon.
Good luck. See ya. Can't say I feel so good about deceiving these kids.
What's that you say?
Oh, just mumbling. Forget I said anything.
Okay, so I love that, like, immediately when we came out of Aethermine, everyone was like, oh my god, Juju, are you okay? We gotta get him immediate medical attention. And yet, like, right after, they're just like, yeah, you know what, screw it, just come with us, just trek through this extremely dangerous swamp area. You'll be fine, kid. You'll be fine. Just goes to show that all the hate towards Juju is absolutely necessary. I mean, even the party members themselves are partaken in it. Yeah? Well, anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the day. Thank you all so much for watching me play. Next episode, we are going to be making our way further on into Satorl Marsh. We're actually basically at the end, so going to be taking a look at what it takes to get up to the top. Spoiler alert, we still have a little bit of legwork to go before we get to that point, but anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We got some pretty cool vistas up ahead in the next episode, so I can't wait to see you then. Bye!